Metaphor is a great game, and I'll be reviewing it, covering the strengths, flaws, and why I recommend it. Metaphor's style had my jaw on the floor. It uses abstract, spontaneous imagery that you'll mostly see in the menus. And it's all over the screen. There's a reason it won Best Stylized for Game of the Year.
I am the final boss for Metaphor Refantazio.
We don't stop him. There's no telling how much he'll destroy.
Face my wrath.
Hack and slash.
Cease your power. Struggling.
Better be sure. Freezing.
Style gets a 10 out of 10. The gameplay steals inspiration from Persona 5. Instead of the one more mechanic, it uses the press turn mechanic. Hitting the weakness essentially presses your turn further, adding another row of turns. This mechanic stops you from spamming and forces you to think ahead, using turns as a resource. This also applies to the enemies, so covering your weaknesses is vital. Fortunately, blocking gets a buff, letting you tank multiple attacks. Next, let's talk about archetypes. Each holds a different moveset and stats. You can equip these to any party member and unlock better versions of said archetype. This allows tons of customization to your builds, and makes each playthrough feel unique. Outside of battle, you'll be visiting shops, accepting side quests, and going on expeditions in the Gauntlet Runner. It's pretty satisfying trying to manage your time before the deadline hits. To unlock more archetypes, you hang out with your various social links to increase your battle options. Gameplay gets a 9 out of 10. The music takes an orchestral approach, and while it's not on the same level as Persona, it does have some catchy tracks. Take a listen.
Holy fuck, I'm coming. Holy fuck, I'm coming.
Music gets a 7 out of 10. Metaphor has a really compelling story, filled with imagination, fantasy, and Hulkenberg.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
Be holly and jolly. Thank you, Louis Guyabird, for all the gifts.
With the king murdered and the prince subdued by a curse, you and other rival candidates enter a competition to become king and find a cure for the prince. On your journey, your group increases in size, adding more party members, like Heismay. I love Heismay. You'll also encounter these mysterious titan monsters called humans. The plot kept me invested the whole way through, and the characters are a lovable bunch. They're not as memeable as Persona characters, but still great nonetheless. There's a bunch of plot twists I think you'll enjoy, so story gets a 9 out of 10. The game relies on Persona 5's gameplay loop a little too much. You can tell they're playing it safe with the new IP, but there's enough new features to where it's not that much of a problem, but those are just minor nitpicks.
For a game with a 10 out of 10 score,
I'd say the overall experience is well worth the score.
I'd argue it's Atlus' best game. It's so nice to finally have an Atlus game where the fanbase isn't primarily pedophile. I hope you liked this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I'll be continuing this quality for future videos. Let me know in the comments if you're buying Metaphor. We have a pretty chill Discord you could join too. Special thanks to all my server boosters. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe.